Students, you are seeing in this diagram the human digestive system, which starts from mouth. In our mouth, teeth are present, and the teeth play an important role for mechanical digestion. Means they split the large food molecules into smaller ones. And also here in our mouth there are salivary glands present, which break down sugars. They start the chemical breakdown of sugar inside the mouth with the help of saliva and enzymes. Then this tube is called esophagus of gullet. The food, when chewed and swallowed, passes down in the esophagus, and it is in the form of just like a ball, which goes from the esophagus down to the first part of digestion, which is called stomach. Our stomach is a muscular bag It is made up of walls, special walls, which are called gastric walls, and the terms related to it are called gastric. The stomach can store 1.5 liters of food, and the food remains here for 3 to 4 hours almost. Stomach also carried out the mechanical digestion, means its walls move very slowly, and it is also doing the function to split food into smaller pieces. Its walls secrete gastric juice, which has an acid. The gastric juice has an acid which is called hydrochloric acid or HCl acid. It starts the chemical digestion of food also. Here the proteins are split into amino acids. The breakdown of starch also starts, and it is split into simple sugars, and fats are split into fatty acids and glycerols. Then the food which is mechanically and chemically digested, and the food here, from here, when it is entering into the intestine's first part, which is a very coiled and long tube, and it is almost 17 meters long. This small intestine, which is 17 meters long, its first part is called small intestine. The food goes from the stomach into small intestine. From here, it is a tube which is 7 meters long, and in this tube the food is absorbed. To this tube there are very microscopic structures attached here. These microscopic structures are called villi. The food is absorbed into the villi, and here the very small blood capillaries are present. From here, the absorbed food goes directly into the blood. The thing which is important here is that we now see that some glands are attached with the system. What is the action of these glands? Now we are seeing that why are these two glands, which are called digestive glands, important. First of all, liver is the largest gland of the body. It is the part of our digestive system. The liver is also called food factory. What is the job of the liver? Here in the liver cells, a juice is produced which is called bile. This juice starts the digestion of fats, and this juice means that this bile goes into the system or goes into the small intestine, or it mixes with foods through a very small tube. This tube arises from the liver, and this tube is taken bile with it. Bile is then mixes with food here and starts the chemical processes. This tube is called the hepatic duct. The second gland which is an important gland, is pancreas. In the pancreatic juice, there are important enzymes present which are called carbohydrates, protease and lipase enzymes. They bring about chemical action on starch, proteins and fats. This pancreatic juice goes into the small intestine and mixes with food. Here a very small tube is present which is called pancreatic tube. Both these juices, bile and pancreatic juice, mixes with food in the small intestine, and the food is now in that form that starch has been converted into glucose and other simple sugars like maltose, etc. The large protein molecules have been converted into amino acids. The large fat molecules have been converted into fatty acids and glycerol. All these things are in that conditions or that simple molecules that can be absorbed in these villi. The villi are very microscopic. They are almost in millions. And what is the advantage of being millions of villi here? What is the advantage? The advantage is that these villi, millions of villi, offer a large surface area, means that very large amounts of molecules of food are absorbed in the blood. Then the thing remains which is undigested food and water and salts, etc. goes into the large intestine. In the large intestine, the amount of water and considerable amount of water is reabsorbed, and then the thing which is called feces goes, it is stored in the last part of the large intestine which is called rectum. It remains here for some time, but then it is expelled through anus throughout the from body towards outsides, because it is not necessary and it is the waste product of digestion.